Good morning. So this reading is for Friday, September 26th. And let's get a little bit around our past, our present, and our future. Current energy. And future. And this reading is only available on my YouTube and Rumble accounts, Tarot and Astrology with Michelle. And so looking here, bottom of the deck, I'm getting the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is moving on from a situation. So it's leaving the past behind, moving towards something that you're trying to align with, because it's part of the journey, part of the process. It feels like there's more to it. Okay. We'll have to see how that comes out here in the reading, because it does feel like it's moving towards calmer waters, but it feels like movement, part of the journey. There's another piece that I can't quite grasp. So we're going to see how it plays out here in the reading. So when I look at the past energy here, I'm getting the Seven of Wands, which is you advocating for yourself. It's standing up, fighting for what's in your best interest here. And it feels like you did all of the work necessary. So I've got the Ten of Cups showing, or Ten of Wands showing up with the Nine of Cups. And so that Ten of Wands is a lot of burdens, a lot of responsibilities. This feels very short term, but it feels like you've been doing some work, a lot of heavy lifting to get where you want to go, to get to the point of seeing some sort of reward or some sort of goal be achieved. It's really taking you down that path. The Strength card is also here. And so the Strength, it's a lot of inner courage. You put a lot of work in towards moving in the direction of your goals and dreams. That's how it's coming through. So let's see about the current energy here. So I'm getting the Hanged Man, which is about seeing things from a different point of view. I'm getting the Chariot here. So a lot of success. And then I get the King of Wands showing up here with the Ten of Cups. So I have the Nine and the Ten of Cups showing up here. The Ten of Cups is usually long-term emotional fulfillment with another person. It's a card of marriage and family. But it feels like all the action that you did here in the past, I don't want to say it was impulsive, because I don't feel like it was impulsive, not in that sense, but it does feel almost like you were kind of pushing through a situation without really being sure what exact steps you needed to take, the way it's coming through. And the Strength was, okay, let me just keep going. I just need to keep putting effort into this. I need to kind of think about it this way. So a wound coming to the surface, and the early stages, you knew that something needed to be done, but you weren't exactly sure what to do. And so it feels like what you were doing was almost kind of fumbling around in the dark, just kind of keep working, keep pushing through. I don't know if this is going to get me what I want, but I just have to keep going. That's the kind of energy I'm picking up here in the past. But at some point, that energy shifted. And now what I'm seeing here in the current energy is that you are able to see things from a high level point of view. And because you're able to see things differently now because of the work that you've done, because I'm getting this kind of like push through perseverance. So either at some point you figured out the steps that you need to take because you went into a Hanged Man energy, or you came through on the other side and now you're able to see things more clearly, which is very similar to that Hanged Man energy. And so I'm getting both storylines. Take it as it makes sense for you. But with the ability to see the big picture, you're getting a lot of success and victory. You know exactly what steps you need to take now. That's the Six of Swords. You know exactly the direction that you're going now. King of Wands with that Ten of Cups, because you're moving in the direction of your happiness. That's exactly what you're doing. There's something, because I'm getting calm, cool, collected. That might be your energy, or it just may be the way that you're aiming for that kind of future here. Calm, cool, collected. Okay, we're going to keep going. So in the future here, I'm getting the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is clarity. It's having all of the information that you need So lovers, that you're making the right decisions for yourself. The lovers, it's Gemini. It's the choices that you make. So this could be connected to another person. Take it as it resonates for you. But I am getting the sense here that you're choosing yourself, your happiness. And with the Ace of Wands, you're moving in this direction. So there's something, there's almost a breakthrough here at some point, somewhere between the Strength and the Hanged Man. There was some sort of, could have been a Tower moment or another type of breakthrough that you caused yourself, that the universe didn't have to intervene. But I'm definitely picking up this kind of breakthrough energy, breaking through some sort of wall, some sort of maybe glass ceiling, something shattering here so that you were able to freely move forward. Well, let's see what comes up when I clarify. It's interesting because I keep trying to like push through and get the message, and I'm only getting bits and pieces of it. So there's something energetically, because it feels like that's what you were doing. You kept pushing through. And so I'm picking up that energy. But let's see what comes out. Tell me about that Seven of Wands here in the past. Ten of Wands with the Nine of Cups. And the Strength card. So with the Seven of Wands, I'm getting the Queen of Swords again. And so you pushing through, doing what you needed to do, advocating for yourself. So it didn't come from nowhere. This came from a sense of knowing that something here needed to change. You needed to put in some sort of effort in order to break through whatever this barrier was for you. So the Queen of Swords here is saying you had enough information to know that you couldn't stay where you were, that you needed to move on from a situation and really push your way through. And so it feels like the clarity came as you were making progress. And so early on, again, it feels like fumbling around in the dark. But then there came a point in time where things started opening up, like cracks started forming in whatever this barrier was, enough that you were able to see through and say, okay, that is where I want to go. And I just need to keep pushing through and just keep working through this energy. And it feels like that's what you did. Clarifying this Ten of Wands with the Nine of Cups here in the past is the Hierophant. So Taurus energy, very grounded, stable, practical energy. So what I'm getting is this may have gone on for a period of time. You might have been in this healing phase for a while. I'm getting at least a year. But what I'm getting in general is that you aligned with your path, that you were kind of steady, making progress, not letting yourself get taken off course or distracted in some sort of way, almost like an emperor energy. But it feels like you were very dedicated to breaking through, especially once you started seeing progress. Once you started seeing the cracks in the foundation of this kind of blockage that you were moving through, it kind of gave you the momentum to keep pushing through. And so with the Strength card here, I'm getting the Seven of Swords, and it feels like the truth revealed itself. There's something about the entire situation that early on you didn't have all the information. But again, the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Swords tells me that over time you understood everything. You were able to see the entire picture here. This is what led to the Hanged Man. Chariot. King of Wands with the Ten of Cups. I'm getting repeating cards. So with the Hanged Man here, I'm getting the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this is exactly it. So the blocks and barriers are showing up here in the current energy. But with the Hanged Man, you understand everything. You're able to understand the impact that they had, how they were operating, how to continuously break through them. So if you find yourself on the path again and something, maybe it's this or maybe it's something else that comes up, it feels like you're going to have the skills that you need in order to work through it, to be able to tear it down quicker, easier, more efficiency. And with the Chariot here, I'm getting the Hanged Man. And so the Hanged Man showing up twice. And so really it's about seeing the big picture, understanding this wound, whatever the Nine of Wands represented that you worked through already. It's showing up in the past. I'm not getting that you still need to work on it, but take it as it resonates. You might still find yourself chipping away at those kind of last remnants of it. With the ability to see the big picture now, all of the information and the clarity that you got while working through it is providing you a lot of success. It's showing you what your path forward looks like so that you don't find yourself in this situation or get stuck behind some sort of barrier here. And clarifying this King of Wands with the Ten of Cups, I'm getting the Lovers. So the Lovers is out here twice. And so it could be about a relationship with the Lovers. The Ten of Cups could be a marriage type of relationship, but it feels like you're choosing yourself, your happiness, and moving down that path. And any kind of wound that would prevent you from having the life that you want, the happiness that you're aiming towards, you're just not going to let that block you anymore. You're going to find ways to work through it, move around it, do whatever you need to do in order to achieve this result, in order to have that Ten of Cups here. So tell me about this Queen of Swords and the Lovers. Ace of Wands. So with the Queen of Swords, I'm getting the Nine of Cups. And part of that big picture was seeing not just how this wound affected you, but also gave you the clarity to go after what you want. When you were able to see the big picture, it's not like you were looking at just pieces of the big picture. You were looking at everything. This is the wound. This is what I needed to do. This is the direction I want to go. This is where my goals are. This is how I align everything together and I work through it all so that things can line up the way that I want. That's what this feels like here in the future. Clarifying the Lovers here is the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands that showed up here in the past, so many repeating cards today. So all the work that you did here was to get yourself to the point of being able to make the right choices for yourself. Now, again, this could be about a person specifically or a relationship here, but I am getting the sense if whatever the case is, you did all of the work to get to the point of being able to choose what's in your best interest and moving in that direction. And so clarifying the Ace of Wands here is the Tower. So anything that was left over from the wound, again, kind of those remnants or whatever the case is here, the Tower is clearing the path for you. It's showing you and has been showing you through the Hanged Man energy where you need to go. And the Tower is saying, okay, now that you have that visibility, let's remove the obstacles that are in your way. Let's clear the path so that you're able to freely and just take that Ace of Wands and move with it and take that action that aligns with what you want here. So this is a reading for Friday. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.